Imagine scaling to over 100 million just selling t-shirts. That's exactly what True Classic has been able to do. And I just spent 1 hour breaking down their current best performing ad.
Notice how every celebrity, and I mean every single one, is always wearing a tee that's tight on the arms and the delts, then it's loose on the body, and they never have logos.
So first thing I'm going to look at is the hook here. So before we go into talking about what he's saying, the words he's using, we need to also look at the visual that we're seeing immediately and the narrative that we're building here. Narrative is extremely important with creatives. And the obvious narrative here is he is using a product, t-shirts, and creating association between a celebrity, which is something that men will know of. They will be familiar with these celebrities. So there's an aspect of familiarity and also an aspirational aspect of men want to look like these celebrities. They want to look as good as them. And now this creator here is coming off as an insider expert that have actually gone in and understood and spent time and effort to understand what makes them look so good. And that is a narrative that's being built with this angle, and it's one of the core things that is making it work so well. He's also emphasizing that the t-shirt is tied around the arms and delts and loose in the body, which is something that you guys have probably seen this, but you haven't noticed the specifics of what makes it look so good. So this doesn't really come off as an ad when you look at the hook. It just looks like someone who's a creator. It looks very much like just organic content on social media. And it's also leading with value. This is interesting. This is something I would actually want to learn as a guy.
Took me forever to find a tee that fits like that, where it's tight on your delts and your arms and chest, and it's loose and stretchy on the body.
So the next thing he's leaning into is he's saying, it took me forever to find a tee that fits like that. So he's essentially saying, hey, I spent a lot of time finding this and I will do all the work for you. You just watch this video and you'll get the payoff. And that's exactly the feeling that you'll get when watching this. You want to get the payoff of what he spent time learning without doing all of the research yourself.
You just effortlessly look jacked and put together.
Next thing he's saying, so you effortlessly look jacked and put together. And it's the perfect words to use because he's saying, so you just effortlessly look jacked and put together. So you want to kind of be a little bit nonchalant. You want to effortlessly look jacked. You don't want to do a lot of effort, because doing a lot of effort to look jacked and look good, that comes off as you trying too hard, and you don't want to try too hard, right? So here he's using the perfect words for someone who has an aspiration to come off well put together, looking fit, but not put a lot of effort into it, because you don't want to come off as someone who's trying to show off or put in too much effort.
No, you don't have to pay designer prices.
Now the selling doesn't really start until we get pretty far into the ad. So at second 17, that's when he starts to do the selling. Now the first thing he does is just handling a potential objection, which is price. People could assume that this is expensive. So he just goes ahead and shows like, hey, you don't need to pay these kind of prices. And he's also visually creating a comparison, showing off alternatives that are way too expensive. And by doing it this way, he's creating like also a price anchor, because when they see this high price, they're like, oh my God, that's so expensive for a t-shirt. So when they go in True Classic, if they click on this ad and they go in True Classic, they're already seeing a big price tag. And then in comparison, their price tag will seem a lot smaller. So genius to do that.
You're getting not just one, not two, not three, not four, but four of these ultra soft fitted tees for half the price right now.
And then he goes on to creating a lot of clarity and putting a lot of emphasis on the offer. Now, this is genius because True Classic lives off AOV. They need to have a high average order value for their ads to be profitable. And they're actually optimizing their own top of funnel ads to give them a higher AOV, because they're putting a lot of emphasis on this bundle offer here, as you can see.
I could literally use these as my pillowcase.
Now, did you hear what he said there? I could literally use these as my pillowcase. I think this is genius. A lot of brands, they would just say, this material is really soft, it's really comfortable, high quality. If you were to say that, it wouldn't create any resonance. I wouldn't be able to imagine what the material feels like being on the other side of the screen. But when he says, I could literally use these as my pillowcase, it's creating a very visual, literal example of what it will actually feel like. So when he said that, I was immediately almost imagining what the material would feel like. So these type of details are really important, and you need to be a good marketer to understand these. But when you do, you start to see so many different ways that you can actually be more creative in presenting your benefits and selling points.
Only problem is this 4-pack is on such a good deal right now that almost every size is sold out. So my recommendation is if your size is there, I'd grab yourself a pack before it's gone.
Next, he goes into creating urgency, saying that it's almost selling out. There's actually a problem, right? So it's leading with a negative, and the negative is a positive. So turning a negative into a positive, right? It's selling out, which positively for you as the brand creates a good incentive for the potential customer to take action. So always be creative in the way that you can apply urgency to your ads. Obviously, you have to do it in a way that doesn't seem fake. If you create fake urgency or fake scarcity, that's just not a long-term strategy. But I think this is pretty genius and it's working, obviously, for them. Now, a lot of ads would end right there, but look, they have more coming.
You don't know what size to get? I got you. I'm 5'10", 180 pounds, and I rock a size large in these.
Now, the next thing he does here is he handling potential upcoming objections before people actually have them. So a lot of people will click on the ad and go on the landing page and be unsure what size to get. He's actually giving you a recommendation for what size to get and giving the example of like how big he is and what size he got. And you can actually see exactly how well it fit him. So it's a really genius thing to keep in the ad.
I almost forgot. These are literally the perfect undershirts if you wear flannels or a button down.
And then there's even more use cases, right? So if you're someone who also would wear that with a shirt on top, like he's also showing you visually how it would look. So if you also do that, then obviously now you're going to want that t-shirt even more. And I think it's also pretty smart to keep that at the end of the ad, because if they were to put this section before the call to action and the selling elements, then the selling elements would come a little bit later. There's always going to be a high drop-off curve of viewers watching your ad. So there would be a much smaller amount of people actually getting into the selling element of the ad, which will create a lower conversion rate for it. So keeping that in the end of the ad, I think it's smart. But if this is a great selling point, like if a lot of people would want to wear it with shirt, then probably that's something you would keep way earlier in the ad, but you just need to understand how to structure it according to what works. And this is where you would obviously test. If you like this breakdown, make sure you give me a follow. I'm going to post a lot more of these.